the backcountry hut, a quintessential part of any New Zealand outdoor adventure. Whether you're hiking, hunting, rafting or climbing, or just out exploring the wilderness, odds are it's going to involve one of these huts. They come in all shapes and sizes, from small little bivvies to large bunked room huts. They're open all year round to offer shelter to any adventurer looking to explore our wild places. This network of huts offers one of the greatest backcountry opportunities in the world, and they're open to the public year round. They're packed full of history, and they remind us of a time when our mountains were home to some of the toughest outdoorsmen the country has ever seen. But the time of these being a necessity are gone, and the harsh environments continue to chip away at these little slices of history. In this video, we explore an area that's lost a couple of these huts and touch on the history around them. Pretty wet, buddy?
A little bit wet, yeah, a little bit wet.
Starting to fly camping there.
Can't wait, eh? 9 PM, what is it, a couple hours to the flat for camp?
I think so, hopefully.
So,
nice.
You got the fly?
I think so.
Nice.
Sweet, so we just made it to our campsite for the first night. Yeah, it's going to be fly camping this trip. It's going to be pretty neat. We got 4 days along the tops after this, so we're going to cover a bit of country and hopefully get into some pretty cool spots. But yeah, we're going to be exploring 2 old Bivs sites as well along the way. There's actually used to be a Biv not far from where we camped today, so she's just about midnight, and we've had to faff around a bit setting up the fly and getting the bedroll set up when back in the day we'd be able to walk straight up to a Biv. So we might go for an explore tomorrow morning, show you around where it used to be, and then we're going to go check out another one later on the trip.
We're off, eh?
So this is quite a special episode of Backcountry Bivs. I sort of mentioned it last night, but we're looking for 2 Bivs that have been removed already. So one of the Bivs was called Hallelujah Biv, and at the moment we're in Andrews Stream. We'll just come up through Hallelujah Flats, and then there's just some clearings up above that. So Hallelujah Biv was nestled at the south end of one of these clearings. Yeah, it would have made last night a lot easier. You can see the real use in them. We could have just showed up to a Biv and hopped in our sleeping bags and be done with it. Bit of a unique one, this one. We'll be going way out the back of Thompson Stream looking for Thompson's Biv, and just talk a little bit about the history and sort of how we can maintain them and sort of what's happened to them. So yeah, carry on. Cool, so just made it up to where Thompson Stream comes into the Polter. So we've been walking for about 7 hours now total, I'd say. About 2.5 to get to Hallelujah Biv or Hallelujah Flat, and about 4.5 today to get through to here. So Thompson's Biv is up the back of Thompson Stream there. By the sounds of it, we've read you can just go up the stream to get there. We've got 5 days up our sleeves and a couple good days of weather coming up, we're hoping. So we're actually going to go to the tops instead, film another episode and go hunt our way along the range, and then drop down to the back of Thompson Stream where the old Biv used to be, pick this video back up and sort of backtrack our way out and film the route guide from there. So yeah, hopefully the other video goes well, knock over an animal or 2 and cover some cool country, but you'll pick this one back up in a minute. We decided not to detail our route along the tops in this guide. As you can see, it's all off track, it's pretty rough going, and you could get yourself in a bit of trouble if you didn't know what you were doing. In our eyes, if you don't really know how to get yourself up into these places, relying on a YouTube video probably isn't a good idea. And on top of that, we had a very lucky run of weather and good summer conditions. She was pretty exposed up there, if something blew in you could be in a lot of trouble. There was also a few pretty dodgy sections. You probably want to be pretty experienced in the alpine environment and have a good head for heights if you want to get up into these sorts of areas. But all in all, the country was epic. We saw plenty of animals and we had an incredible couple of days living on top of the mountains. If you want to watch the full adventure up there, we'll link the episode just up here and down in the video description below. Yeah, here's a wee taster.
Comfy, mate.
Oh, just made it all the way along the tops to the head of Thompson Stream. So, just down there behind us. And Thompson's Bivouac used to be nestled pretty much in the middle of that clearing from what we've read. You can see up into Crawshaw Falls here, which we'll get a look at when we eventually drop down. But yeah, so both that Biv, Hallelujah Biv and a couple more all got removed back in 2008. So pretty much DOC didn't have the funding to maintain all these Bivs, and a lot of them were falling apart. So it was a bit sad, but quite a few of them got removed just because they couldn't keep up with the upkeep. But there's a few groups that are pretty important to the backcountry now that have been set up. Permalot, they do a lot of track cutting, probably heard of them before, and then the Backcountry Trust. They got set up, I think, around about that time to sort of help maintain and look after a lot of these little spots that really are awesome bits of history that were starting to fall apart and get removed. So yeah, we're probably going to chill out up here, going to blast all this country this evening, and then we're going to drop down onto the riverbed this evening and just fly camp somewhere. But it'll be pretty nice to be able to go down and nestle into a Biv.
Nice and cozy in here, mate.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, good job.
Oh yeah. Bit wet already. It actually started like raining. The underside of the fly is dry as, which is nice, but yeah, pretty wet. It's meant to really rain today. So we're going to bomb back out to Trustpolter Hut. It's about, what would you say, 15-ish k's back out the valley. So that's going to be our day, and then we're going to go sit by a fire.
Well, just making our way down the stream, and I just saw this little antler sticking out the grass. Yet another full skull cassie. Bigger than anything I've ever shot, so I'm going to take it home, mate.
Fair enough too,
It's
isn't it?
epic.
Sick.
Love to see something like this on the foot, eh? But
That's the culture genetics we're trying to find, eh?
so the last major obstacle was this Hervey Gorge here. We're just going to try down the true right, which is heard there's someone going up both sides, and we don't see anything mentionable, so hopefully it's nothing major.
Just sidle through the bush and
And all the way down Thompson Stream to home tonight, hopefully. Trustpolter Hut.
get the fire going.
Ooh.
Oh, that went well. We're bloody a minute up from the river and we're on the game trail. Seems to be pretty prominent, eh?
Stays this way.
Where's that game trail gone, bud? Yeah, I'm on that log. Oh, I'm not on that log anymore. One.
Alright, so pretty much down the right on the top of the flat now, kind of where Cherrywood Creek comes into it. It's taken us about 3 hours to get here. We kind of went about in the bush halfway down the gorge, and then there's a nice clearing we popped out onto, and then we actually were lucky enough to just go all the way down the river. Yeah, luckily it's super low at the moment, but yeah, if the river's high, you definitely have to go up the gorge, and oh God, I imagine it take at least 4 hours, if not 5, to get up to the top. Yeah, coming down's pretty good. Nice, man.
The Forest Service built all these huts over a 20-year period when they took over the deer culling program.
So that was the voice of Paul Roy. He did a podcast series. He's done lots of research around the deer industry in New Zealand. This podcast series is called Deer Wars. It's bloody awesome. I'd recommend it. 10 episodes, and it goes in depth into all of the sort of deer industry in New Zealand, when they were a problem, how they controlled the numbers, and how it all developed and played out. Got some really cool interviews with some old Kiwi hunters and deer cullers in there. But we thought we'd just play that bit of audio to hear it from pretty much the horse's mouth, that all these huts and bivs were built back in sort of the 50s and 60s by the Forest Service there to make a home for these deer cullers that were going out. It was their job to control the deer numbers in all these sort of remote catchments. And we're in one at the moment, and they're pretty essential to like the modern day adventuring. They make our trips a lot easier. We can spread out, it's comfortable, it's dry. If we were trying to fly a camp right now out there in this shit, we'd be getting smashed. So they're just a really cool commodity and just such a unique thing that New Zealand's got. It's sort of what spurred us to do this whole series really. So these two that have been removed, Hallelujah and Thompson's, there's 2 more that have been removed in this Arthur's Pass region. Hope to get to those one day, just to show you the area that they were in and a piece of history really. So it's a real shame, but as I sort of mentioned, the Backcountry Trust was set up and they've been trying to look after these huts because Doc can't really afford to maintain all of them and do their pest control and track work and everything that they do. So other organisations like Permalot help keep the tracks maintained and do hut things, and I think just sort of private organisations and groups of people that care about areas can go out and service huts and help build them up. So it's really important that we look after them. We don't want to be seeing more get removed because, as you saw, access into that area is pretty hard now, and it's pretty wild though. It's awesome country. So yeah, we're going to spend the rest of the day chilling out in this hut. Very happy that it's here, and probably just relax, and then tomorrow maybe go for a hunt before, jeez that's nasty, before pack crafting back out to the trucks. So yeah, that's about it.
Smells delicious.
Buddy, she's a bit burned, but we've got bread.
The last day of our hunt is when all the action happened. An early morning stalk on the river flats proved successful before we jumped in the pack crafts that we'd stashed to paddle our way back out to the road. If you want to see all the action, as well as a few days exploring the mountain tops, make sure to check out our other episode from this adventure. And if you want to help preserve our huts, get in touch with or donate to the Backcountry Trust or Permalot. Thanks for watching.